On this episode of How to Do Florida, it's full throttle into alligator territory as we get up close and personal with Florida's living dinosaurs.
We're going in. Got ears out there, gonna listen for a screaming.
And Chef Justin's got a fresh from Florida finger-licking recipe like none other. Citrus glazed gator ribs.
What do you guys think, huh? Looks good?
Try some of that.
And later, we're taking you to an underwater petting farm in Key Largo.
You're going to enjoy the creature feature because we're going to go out and play with some great nurse sharks.
We're going to show you how to jump in and have fun with playful sharks, friendly eels, and curious barracuda.
Ballyhoo.
So get ready, friends. It's time to do Florida.
Hey, today on the show, we're experiencing alligators, and we're going to show you how. Ugh.
When people think of Florida, a few things come to mind: sunshine, beaches, oranges, and alligators. There are over 1 million of these modern dinosaurs living in Florida's lakes, ponds, and rivers. It's always a rush to catch a glimpse of one in the wild, which is pretty easy to do these days, especially in the Everglades, where there are more alligators per square yard than anywhere else in the state. But getting up close and personal to this most revered reptile is best done in captivity, where you can be sure not to become an afternoon snack. So today we're going to show you how to experience alligators in 2 ways. First, at the world-famous St. Augustine Alligator Farm, and then it's full throttle across one of the wildest places on earth, the Florida Everglades. Later we'll be heading to the Everglades National Park, but first we're headed to St. Augustine, located less than an hour south of Jacksonville and 2 hours northeast of Orlando. St. Augustine is not only the nation's oldest city, but it could be one of the most captivating as well. But St. Augustine's crown jewel is her historic district.
St. Augustine is loaded with history. For example, I'm standing here on Treasury Street, the narrowest street in the United States. And it's narrow for a reason, 7 feet wide, so that 2 men could carry a treasure chest of gold side by side. This would prevent passerbys or horse-drawn carriages from coming alongside and stealing their loot.
Be sure to visit St. Augustine's Lighthouse and Museum. It towers 219 steps. It leads to a spectacular 360-degree view of the city. And be sure to check out St. Augustine's Pirate and Treasure Museum at the ultimate pirate experience. Arr! This place houses 300 years of high-sea adventure with one of the largest collections of rare pirate artifacts. And no trip to St. Augustine would be complete without a visit to the Castillo de San Marcos. Built in 1672, this is the oldest stone fort in the country. But for our alligator close encounter, we headed to St. Augustine's Alligator Farm. This historic Florida landmark has been in operation since the 1920s and is the only place in the world that houses every species of the crocodilian family, which of course includes the American alligator. We met up with Jim, the assistant reptile curator. He is a true alligator aficionado and one of the most experienced alligator handlers in the world.
So Jim, does he have a name?
No.
Can I call him Cooper?
Sure, that
He's
works.
smiley, just like my youngest son is always smiling. Cooper, how you doing, buddy? That's not a good place to do that right there, is it?
No, but I'm watching.
You're watching?
It's just your finger.
Tell me a little bit about this mouth here.
The smile's kind of mischievous or scary. They
Yeah,
always have
deceiving.
that permanent grin. Yeah,
They do.
They have over
Yeah.
70 teeth in that mouth, and they lose and replace those teeth their whole lives. They'll go through about 2,000 teeth before they die.
So the alligators are protected in Florida.
It's twofold the reason they're protected. One is so that the population will stay steady, but the other reason they're protected is to protect people. If you make it a rule or law that you can't approach alligators, that's for our sake as much as it is their sake. There you go.
Come here, Cooper. A lot of people think these things can outrun you on land. I mean, how true is that?
They're not fast, they're quick. They're designed for ambushing prey at a short distance. These guys that claim to have gotten loose from the alligator because they poked it in the eye or they punched it in the nose. What it is, it's a prey was larger than the alligator thought and he let go.
All right, I'm feeling a little nauseous.
We're going in.
Okay, be careful.
I don't feel good, man. Seriously.
Okay. We got ears out there. Gonna listen for a screaming. And now we're in here with these, with the goodies. They love this stuff.
And it's attached to us.
Yeah.
So this is the quickest exit out, right, if something happens?
Quickest is climbing the wall.
I can get out of here. Yeah, I should be okay.
I can climb like a gecko.
Jim began teaching me how to feed an alligator. But before we go any further, let me stress, do not try this at home.
When he responds, you're gonna touch and immediately move your hand back
Okay.
away. Do not start with a movement forward too quickly, because the time that it takes for your brain to tell your arm to stop and to come back the other way while he's coming forward can cost you.
This was it. I was going head to head with the business end of a 500-pound dinosaur.
Right in the old gullet. What do those things taste like, Jim?
I don't like them.
Since I still had both hands, Jim said I could graduate from feeding gator biscuits to what these guys really like.
Are we feeding ham sandwiches or what is
Or
this?
rats.
Oh, that is not a
white
ham
rats.
sandwich.
This guy in the water was even more intimidating than the ones on land.
Oh, whew, you sucked that rat down like a Skittle.
Hold it up higher. Hold
There
it
we
up
go.
higher.
There we go.
There, now give it to him.
There we go.
Wait till
There.
he opens.
Ah! Woo-hoo. That's how you steer an alligator.
Come on, left jaw.
Ooh! You know, this is one way to experience these magnificent creatures. Another way to experience alligators?
Now it's off to the Everglades, which is just a half hour from Miami and 3.5 hours from Tampa. Meet Jesse Kennan. When he's not performing his duties as mayor of Coopertown, he's out in the glades showing incredible wildlife to people from all over the world.
What do you suggest? Somebody's out in the boat and they see an alligator. You know, should they approach it?
I recommend staying a safe distance, because what you
Yeah.
realize, he's a wild animal and you never know what kind of real reaction you're going to get from him. Anytime you see anything that's wild, always remember, if you observe him and don't disturb him, then he's there for other people. So,
Observe him, don't disturb him. You just make that up?
yeah, that was a good idea.
I like that.
So here's what you'll need to experience alligators. If you're in the wild, always keep your distance. Observe, don't disturb. Bring binoculars and a camera with a long lens for an up-close view. For the extreme alligator experience at Alligator Farm, the cost is $50. You get to get down in the gator pit, feed the alligators, and get your own photo taken with one of the big guys. I have to admit, going into the pit and being surrounded by enormous alligators was a little intimidating, but I quickly became captivated at this marvel of nature, whose perfect design has allowed them to adapt and survive in Florida's harsh environment. I walked away with a deep respect for this powerful animal and a better understanding of its place in our heritage as a true Florida icon.
There you go.
Wow. Hey, for more information on how to experience alligators, go to our website, at howtodoflorida.com. Jim, this was getting jumpy.
Still to come, we're headed to Key Largo for a play date with some underwater neighbors.
There's respect there, right?
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect.
He's got a lot more teeth than I got.
But first,
Hey, coming up on the show, Chef Joe's going to show you how to cook alligator ribs. Whoa, he didn't like that.
Not a bit.
The unveiling.
Voila.
Yum.
And we'll be right back. Hey, coming up on Florida Cooking segment, we're doing a dish with bite.
That's right. Today we're making Florida citrus glazed gator ribs, and I'm going to show you how.
Rawr.
All right, let's get started cooking our gator. You guys ready? Yeah! Yes.
He doesn't look happy.
So the first thing we need to do is make our glaze. All right, we're going to start with some fresh squeeze. Honey Bell, I got a job for you. You ready?
I am ready.
All right, I'm going to slice these
We're
for
gonna
you.
do some fresh honey bell juice.
Yes. Oh my
going in.
goodness. There
You've
it goes.
You've never seen me
It's getting
squeeze an orange,
serious.
have you?
I haven't.
Okay.
But I
It's-
may have to step back a
I
little
need
bit
room
here.
because it's one of these, okay? Bam. And then it's a roll. Ah, see the shield?
Oh, I see ya.
And this is gonna be some of the best juice on this planet.
Pretty
Time.
good. Now we're gonna take our juice. It's gonna go into our little sauce pot here on medium high. Hoorah! Hello. Smell that already? We got a little bit of orange marmalade going in. I'm gonna let you stir there, Captain. And a little pucker, as we like to call it.
Pucker time.
Lime juice.
So we're looking at full-scale reduction here, right?
Yeah, we
That's
want
the name
this
of the
to
game.
reduce at least by half. We want this a nice kind of thick syrup. It's gonna hold on to our ribs when they come out. Time for the main ingredient. Alligator ribs. I wanted to bring something cool, a little bit different, something that we're not used to doing. All right, so these gator ribs, they've been marinating for at least a day. I marinated these yesterday. A little bit of orange juice, a little bit of cumin. We're gonna have the exact recipe for this marinade on the website.
On the website.
Absolutely. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil, and let's get these bad boys in the pan. This is actually a farm-raised alligator. There you go. You got the complete wrong tool there, but that's okay. Try one of these on. All right, so what we want to do is we're just looking for a nice caramelized color, good golden brown on these bad boys. We're gonna put them in the baking pan with a little more OJ, a little bit of vegetable stock. We're gonna cover them. They're gonna go in a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes till they're done. So in the meantime, I got a nice side dish for you today.
What do you got?
I got mojito cucumber salad.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Does that sound good to you guys? You guys like mojitos?
Mojito.
So the first thing we want to do, we got our mixing bowl here. I'm going to start with my layers of flavor. I got a little bit of vinegar.
You and those layers.
Rice wine vinegar, that is. I got fresh ginger. I love fresh ginger. A little bit of crushed red pepper. A little bit of natural Florida sugar going in there. And then, of course, rum. Plenty of rum in there. So into our liquid here, we're going to go ahead and add our cucumbers. Nice Florida cucumbers have been sliced thin. A little bit of red onion in there, slivered.
Easy now. We're going to work close together here.
Yeah, we do.
Red onion.
The last thing for our mojito we need, of course, is
Mojito Minto.
the mint. This is going to go in.
Whew, that mint smells good. Chef.
Smells good, huh? So this, I just kind of want to work around a little bit, get all these flavors kind of married together and kind of marinating a little bit. Okay, our ribs are looking good. So once these have caramelized, we want to get them into our baking pan and get them in the oven. So Chad, you want to put them in there?
I do.
Oh,
Sorry, man.
that's all right, that's all right.
My first day with these tongs, you know? Just working things out here.
Nice. And we're just going to put a little braising liquid because this is going to continue to cook. We want to keep it nice and moist. A little more OJ, a little bit of vegetable stock in here. And we're just going to cover this with a little bit of foil.
And we're off to the races, right?
Yep, this can go in a 350-degree oven. And you can throw that right in the oven there for me.
I'm on it.
So while he grabs the ribs, I'm going to finish up this salad. Do not forget the lime zest and juice. It's going to make this mojito salad. So I'm just going to run this across this little microplane, or if you got a little zester, and then a little bit of juice.
Here we go, sir.
Beautiful. Unveil the unveiling.
Voila.
Yum.
It's glaze time.
So we're going to glaze a couple times. I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit on this now, and then once we get it on the plate, we're going to glaze a little bit too. But see how it gives it a nice little sheen? They're looking good. We're going to take a little handful of this mojito cucumber salad, and we'll just arrange these ribs around like this.
Wow.
Woo, these bad boys are hot. Now it's time for the double glaze.
One last glaze.
A little on top here like this. Maybe we'll just drizzle a little bit around here.
Nice, man, nice. What do you guys think, huh? Looks good?
You guys ready to try some of that?
Look at that presentation, man.
Beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous presentation, Chef.
For this recipe on citrus glazed gator ribs and many other like it,
Go to our website at howtodoflorida.com.
and don't forget to follow us on Facebook either.
Coming up next, a close encounter with Key Largo's spectacular wild marine life.
Now let's get in there. You ready?
Let's go. Chad's getting a little FaceTime with sharks and barracudas and eels. Oh my! When How to Do Florida returns.
Today we're going to have a close encounter with Florida's marine life, and we're going to show you how.
Florida has unique marine life that can't be found anywhere else in the world. And even though these precious sea creatures are just a few feet away from our coastline, so few of us actually get a chance to experience them. About an hour or so south of Miami is Key Largo, the northernmost and largest of the line of islands known as the Florida Keys. Key Largo is widely known as the diving capital of the world. A must-see is John Pennycamp Coral Reef State Park, America's first underwater preserve. Coral reefs, historic shipwrecks, and underwater sanctuaries make Key Largo the perfect destination for an underwater vacation.
And when you come to the Keys, you've got to check out the History of Diving Museum. It's an amazing display of man's quest to conquer the deep. But you know the coolest thing we found?
The helium bar. Man.
Lock and load. If we get this thing outside, I bet this thing will still fire.
Sir, what are you doing?
What?
That's a 300-year-old cannon. You have to put that back.
Oh.
One of the best dives in the area is Captain Slate's Creature Feature. He and his underwater pets have entertained divers for over 30 years.
Hey, Chad, how you doing?
Captain Slade, how you doing,
All
sir?
right, all excited about going diving with you, man.
I am real excited.
Let's go out there and have some fun. Have you ever been out with me before?
I have not.
Well, you're going to enjoy the creature feature because we're going to go out and play with some huge, great nurse sharks.
Oh, man.
And
some great nurse sharks.
Great
right?
nurse sharks.
Yeah, okay.
And then we're going to play with some big Goliath grouper.
Yeah.
Very pugnacious little guys. Actually big guys.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have some more eels come up and play with us. And hopefully one of my barracudas will show up to meet us.
Over the years, Captain Slate has made a name for himself by his extreme and some would say bizarre method of feeding these creatures.
This is my mask, type of mask I wear.
Yeah.
And I was wearing this one day, and my big barracuda, Psycho at the time,
Psycho.
he missed. So that's what he did to my mask. I was very lucky.
You were very lucky. Creature feature right here. Matinee.
Today's dive would be on the City of Washington, a ship that sank in 1970 and is now part of the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary Shipwreck Trail.
So, Captain, somebody wants to come out here and have this close encounter with marine life. Like, what's the first thing they should do?
Well, they should go with a professional feeder, and it's simple because these animals have the potential to bite you if you're not careful with them, and if you do not know how to handle them. You have to go with a professional.
So, Captain, we're going out to almost like an underwater zoo out here, aren't we?
It's also called Aquarium Atlantic. You just go out here and have fun with the animals. International environment, and they've chosen to stay around this area because we've been feeding here since 1954.
I'm amazed the word hasn't got out and these bigger sharks haven't moved in.
No, I know. You know, free lunch at Slate's place. Well, the bigger animals eat bigger animals.
Yeah.
They're not looking for a ballyhoo.
I asked Captain sometimes they balk a little bit, you know, ballyhoo every day. He says they don't mind. Ballyhoo.
After a few safety rules,
man, let's get in there. You ready?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. It was time to put the gear on and get wet. On our descent to the bottom, I was amazed at how quickly the fish gathered once they saw Captain Slate was coming. The opportunity to be so close to these creatures really lets you see things you would never see anywhere else. The fish I was most looking forward to getting close to was the Goliath grouper. This massive creature can get up to 1,500 pounds and has a notorious appetite for eating anything it can get its lips around. What an experience to be so close to these spectacular fish. The main event of the creature feature would be watching Captain Slate feed Psycho the Barracuda. I do want to stress not to try this on your own, as Captain Slate has been feeding in this area for over 30 years and has developed a rapport with these creatures. The dive lasts about 30 minutes at 40 feet down, so it's a great experience for beginning divers. Okay, so let's review what we learned. You'll need to book an experienced feeder like Captain Slate. You'll need your open water dive certification, bring an underwater camera, some food, water. If you're prone to motion sickness, then bring the proper medication.
Well, that was a blast, man. You know, I've seen nurse shark, I've seen Goliath grouper down there, but never been able to speak so close to them like that.
You feel like you're one of them now.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want anybody to hurt or injure these animals. And that's the overall theme of this whole thing, to get people to respect animals. Because, hey, it's our ocean, we got to take care of it.
Well, let me tell you, that was an underwater experience I'll never forget. I've been on many dives in my life, but I've never had the chance to experience these magnificent creatures eye to eye. I definitely have a newfound respect for my underwater neighbors and this watery environment that they call home. Exploring marine life underwater, definitely one of the coolest ways to do Florida.
Breaker break, we've had an awesome dive. Get the sandwiches ready, we're coming in. Over.
For more information on living your own marine encounter, go to our website, StudentInFlorida.com.
You're watching How to Do Florida, and we'll be right back.
From the Atlantic to the Gulf Coast, Florida has over 1,200 miles of coastline. And it's our responsibility to protect the oceans and marine life, so our children will grow up with the Florida we love. Well, that's our show. I hope you've learned something, but more importantly, I hope you feel encouraged to get out and do Florida.
For more info on this episode, go to howtodoflorida.com, where you'll find bonus how-to videos and all of Chef Justin's yummy recipes. And be sure to check out our Do Florida page, which is our giant list of events and activities all over the Sunshine State. Yeah, you should check it out.
Where's that?
Hey, Ben, we'll see you back at the hotel. I need you out there on the bridge. Out there on the end of the bridge. Why? Just get out there. Why? I need something in the foreground. Foreground, my...
Okay.
Well, you're going to enjoy the creature feature.
Yeah, right there. Oh, yeah, perfect. Yes.